Hello, we're on level 11. There should be at least one level where they force us to use Goro, but hopefully that's kind of it before the boss, and we could just keep scooching along. And really, I want to get out of this area. I really like Matataki Village, but I want to be done. I want to get to Queens, man, like so bad. I will spend some time in Queens. I might even show all the, no, I won't show all the villagers, because there's one villager who I find deeply upsetting, actually, so we will not be looking at all those. You! No! You're like a Rockonaut, but they can also shoot at you, which is lame. But they're really adorable. He's got like a little alarm light on his head, which is valid, because they're very dangerous. Yeah, so we're making pretty good progress, I think. Let's see, in the last video I was actually talking about something. You know, not just looking at the story content of the game. I was talking about the horror that is live service and why you should never play a live service game. TLDR, you're being ripped off. No, what the heck just happened to me? What have you done to me? I've been freezed? How did I get freezed? Can I use this? No. Oh. That is terrible. You are just a jerk. Ooh, I hate those things so much. I think they're honestly worse than Rockonauts. Okay, note to self, the needle is a cure item. I think I looked at it and my brain went StarCraft and I just assumed it was like, there, get him. Ugh, yuck. I just assumed it was a different version of the stamina potion, but it is not. It is a cure-all item, so do not sell those even if they're worth a lot of money. Which I'm sure they are. Okay, stairway. So we did the tree, we did the snake. We're just finishing up, basically. So I imagine it's another 16 levels. So TLDR, do not play live service games. You're being taken advantage for they're making you pay for something that they should be paying people for. And it's very cynical and evil, and yeah, it's not a way to run a video game company. So yeah, let's see. This time, I want to talk about why you should actually get into games now. So with all my like cynical talk, you think I'd be like, no, gaming is terrible, don't get into gaming, why would you get into gaming? You're being taken advantage of. But you know, that's how I felt. Oh my gosh, that guy kind of snuck up on me. That's honestly how I felt. Wow, this guy's just a pain in the butt. Come here, you. Jeez Louise. I think normally you want to just kind of run at those guys. So I just checked my phone there. My Nana is texting me. Yeah, I actually feel good about gaming. Whereas, like, at the time that I was playing this, like for the first couple of times, like right when we were, you know, the end of PS2, let's say. And I'm like a teenager to adult. At that point, Call of Duty is the new rage, and everyone's all obsessed with the marketing angle of, it's got good graphics, and look at the graphics! And people were kind of losing touch with the fact that games, you know, are supposed to have good content to be a good game. Okay, I think that's all I have on me handy. I do have a thing. Oops, that's not very great. Come here, you. I hear a digging guy. There he is. Alright. Let's deal with this dweeb. Man, they're so cute, but they're so evil. Yeah, so like that and like, I don't know, the mid-2000s or something like that. People were starting to get dragged down the path of what is now recognized as the end of gaming. Which is where marketing stepped in and they grabbed hold of the easiest kind of games to make, which is low quality shooters with good graphics. And they got us all hooked on somehow graphics being exchanged for a good gaming experience. Somehow they did that. I don't think I fully understand, but they did. Oh, look at that, sax. Those are cool. And yeah, and then at that point we're in like the PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii era of games where everything was kind of bad. I mean, there were some cool titles, like everybody was crazy about the reissue of Twilight Princess in better graphics, which, okay, another Zelda game. And I think Spectrobes, there was the Spectrobes games on the Wii, and that's kind of cool. And yeah, that's like it. And other than that, there's lots of issues, reissuing, I should say, of old series with just another version, basically, and more versions. But they weren't good. They were not good. We played them and bought them anyway, because at that point there just wasn't really a choice rather. And we hadn't really kind of caught on that marketing had done this switcheroo to us, where it took over our favorite series and basically trimmed out everything that wasn't those series that had made the most money, and then they just started to pump out kind of garbage content for those major series and do nothing else. But now we're at the basically death of, wow, got it first try. We're at the death of AAA gaming, where everybody's kind of seen through the disguise and realizes that, oh yeah, AAA gaming, it's just marketing, and they're just taking and dumping out content for our favorite series. Ugh, it's a Goro locked one. Let's see, what do we have for weapons in here? Bombs, I mean. Because I don't have the hit points to even attempt this. Yeah, I gotta go get some Kersplodies. I will be right back. Okay, yes, we are back. We are locked with Goro, so let's pull out our thingamajiggy. You first, and let's just get through this as quickly as possible. Anyway, yeah, like 10 years ago was like the beginning of the end for gaming, right? That's what people are saying now. So I'm not being like cynical. It's what people realize exists in what people are calling, what are people calling it? End stage capitalism or something. So, like cynicism like aside though. Oops, excuse me. You know, these companies are doing like really ridiculous things that have nothing to do with video gaming, like calling things AAA and calling things. Ooh, I got him. Calling things quadruple A and live services and just putting out buggy, incomplete garbage. This has nothing to do with making a fun gaming experience, and it's just tearing away at the fabric of what it means to even have gaming as a hobby. To even have hobbies, you know? Everything is just a cynical money grab. When, you know, all we want is this, like, harmless hobby where we just get to be left alone, and we don't bother anyone, and it's not a burden to anyone, but it's being made to be a burden. And it's just, it's absurd. So, then, therefore, why would I say now is the best time to get into gaming, if all this is true? Well, it's just the fact that people are aware that this is true finally, whereas, you know, 5-10 years ago, people have been like, no, this is the future, and this is how it's going to be, and it's going to be so great, and it's going to be so wonderful. And so they kind of were just beginning to let these companies get away with all these evil practices. Whereas now, people are realizing, oh yeah, this, what these companies put out is genuinely terrible. It's terrible for the economy, it's terrible for gamers, it's just terrible. So why would we put up with it? Pump with energy. That'll be useful. Ugh. Get out of here. Oh my gosh, that did nothing to him. Excuse me? Oh man, I hit myself. Ooh. Well, that was terrifying. Remind me not to open a big chest. this so I can get through here quickly. Yeah, but the difference now is that people are actually, like, aware of it, and they agree that, yeah, AAA game is garbage, quadruple A gaming is... That's a joke. Live services are just trash, and just an excuse not to finish a game, to push it out onto the market and force people to buy it. This early access stuff is a joke. Half the time you can't even get in early, even though you paid for early access, and it's all just, like, fake. And so people are aware of it, and because people are aware of it, they're demanding a difference. They're demanding that these companies, well, they're not even really demanding anything of the company so much as we're just kind of all turning away from the garbage and looking for, you know, we're not stopping gaming. Just because these mega companies have stopped making good games doesn't mean we're gonna stop gaming. It means that we're gonna look for games elsewhere, which means that, like, a lot of independent companies are kind of coming up with really great stuff. And even, like, medium-sized studios that are pretending to be AAA, or pretending to be indie, which is its own problem, but get into that another time. But so these medium-sized companies pretending to be indie, and there's you know, lots of indie stuff. There's even lots of stuff that I wouldn't even call indie. It's more like just individuals experimenting with game engines, making better things than these mega corporations. Phew, we killed every monster. That's quite impressive. Yeah, so there's finally options, and people aren't ogering for these mega corporations anymore. I don't know if you know the term ogre. That's a really old term. Like, I feel people only know the term trolling now, right? If you're trolling, you're making fun of to make fun of for your own sense of, like, gain and pleasure, right? But if you're ogering for somebody, then you're like a major fan, and no matter what somebody says, even if, like, their point is valid, then you'll be like, no, it's wrong! And then you go on the attack of that person, to defend that thing that you love. So you see this with, like, Nintendo fans and Sonic fans or whatever is kind of the stereotype. So yeah, you don't have people ogering for mega corporations so much anymore because they're genuinely awful. And there's not really, like, an excuse for it anymore. It's just really, really bad. And people are like, how do you can't even defend it anymore. There's not really going to be anybody who's, like, a diehard Assassin's Creed fan who's going to say, like, oh yeah, secretly Skull and Crossbones, or whatever it was called, is actually a really good game. No, it was bad. Everybody says it's bad. Even the fans say it was bad, and everyone is disappointed with these companies. They're just bad. And because, like, the spotlight is on the fact that they're bad, and nobody is really defending these companies anymore, they're just gonna slowly bleed to death. And frankly, the CEO types, they don't care, because they get paid no matter what, you know? So, oh boy. No, you need to shoot at me and not dive at me. I don't appreciate it. No, it's freaking impossible to catch this guy. Get away from me. Ugh. Oh my gosh, stuff everywhere in this room. Good grief. Yeah, so, like, if you wanted to get into gaming, now is the time. And the first thing I recommend if you're trying to get into gaming is I recommend you check out older titles like I'm doing right now. And the best way to do that is to get an emulator, because then everything's kind of on board. It's very accessible, and if you get an Android one, you can even record it like I am. And really, we need a new generation of, ow! Glad I kept it soap, jeez. We need a new generation of, game YouTubers, I guess, or game content reviewers and makers to get out there and not be beholden to these mega corporations. Start checking out games that you honestly love without worrying about making money about it. You know, that would be nice, but, like, at what point do you do something because you genuinely enjoy it? Like, I like coming on here and just chatting about whatever's on my mind. I like making content. I like the sense, wow, I just walked right up on, no, That was bad. That was really bad. Oh boy. Okay. So, phew, wow. Those things are just the worst, man. Just the worst. Okay, let's see if we can get it to shoot at us. Come on. Come on, shoot. Shoot. There we go. Oh, you stupid, stupid mammal. Man. Come on, shoot. There we go. Now you're done for. Cute, but done for. Whew, okay, and I hear a flea in here somewhere. Where are you at? There you are. Alright, do whatever you're gonna do. Uselessly fall on your face. Man, those things are very upsetting. They're still not as scary as Rocket Ops for some reason, but they're very annoying. Ay. Yeah, so if you want to get into gaming, I recommend getting like an emulator. Handheld. If you're unsure which one to get, and you just want to kind of try one easily without much commitment, then I would say get an Anbernic. There's like really cheap ones, like there's $50 ones. And a lot of them you can get used too, even cheaper. What I'm using is the Retroid 4. It just came out. Like, you can't even buy it used. It's so new. It just like came out like a month or two ago. I forget now. But yeah, if you're looking to actually record and maybe become like a content creator about games, this is a great one to do. And you can even play brand new games if they release on Steam, and I'll record on here, which I have done before. I'm not sure if I have a video up of that. Oh yeah, I do. Lunacid. Eventually I'll get back to that one. And eventually I'm going to do Pacific Drive as well. I just got that game. It's very cool. Oh man, that's a bad combo. Let's switch over to Shooty Cat and kind of cheese our way out of this one. Yeah, so if you want to record, get an Android one, or you want to play Steam games, or you want to play app games, of course, then get yourself an Android one. If you're looking for just a cheap one, just to start playing games again, then I recommend pretty much any Anbernic. They can be very cheap. And this is going to take a while, but we can do it. I just gotta watch my health. Wow, that's gonna take forever. Yeah, but just be aware that most devices only play up to PS1, whereas the Retroid 4 is one of the only ones that plays PS2 and basically everything across the board without any problems. So if you're looking for PS2 games and you're looking to run Steam games very efficiently, then I would recommend getting the Retroid 4, and it is it's $199 right now, and yeah, you can't even get it used at this point, but it's really good. I really recommend it. And yeah, but you can also run emulators on your computer, of course. If you got a computer that's halfway decent, you need a decent computer to run PS2, all the same. Yeah, so it's kind of amazing that this little thing can run it, because even some computers won't run PS2. And then other than that, yeah, I recommend checking out indie studios like Pandamime at pandamime.dev. That's a company I'm trying to start. We're doing like a monster collector kind of a board game. It should be out around April. The start of April. We're like just about wrapping it up, but I might give it a little bit more polished time, because it's going to be a small game. It's going to be a very small game. It's only going to be $5, but I still want to make sure it's as good as it can get for our first game ever. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be cool. But yeah, check out indie games, of course. Those are amazing. One more room. Is there one of those stupid things right there? Nope. Okay. Man, I keep wanting to press square, because that's Kingsfield. Oh, yep, there's a digger over there, so that'll be our last thing. Are you kidding me? Okay, as long as it's poisoned, I can deal with being poisoned. I cannot deal with Wow, I'm out of items like crazy. This freaking area is just insane. I wonder if I could just actually not deal with that thing. Might be able to just ignore it. What do we got? Watermill. And get away from me. Where are those atlas? There they are. 3 in a room. That's really weird. Hopefully we can actually just exit. But yeah, because people are aware that these big companies that, you know, the things that we grew up loving, our favorite franchises and stuff, they're being held hostage. And people are like becoming aware of it. And so that because the tide is sort of turning against the mega corporations, this is the time to get into gaming. Because there are so many medium to indie game companies that are really making interesting things. And there's a lot to choose from. And there's just like a lot of quality that's out there. And don't tell me that I have to kill that last thing. Please don't tell me I gotta kill that last thing. It looks like I do. But anyway, that's it. We're gonna exit after this, so I'll just wrap it up. But yeah, get back into game. Give gaming another chance. And if you've never gamed before, this is the time. This is so the time to try it and to try becoming a gamer, because it is worth it. We're finally getting into the time where I feel like it's almost as cool as it was in the 90s again, because people are starting to wake up and to give real people making games a chance again, instead of going with mega corporations and well-known brands. We got it. Phew. So yeah, give gaming a chance and support small indie artists like Pandamime. Check us out at pandamime.dev. I'll be showing off my own game. Wow, my own game here as soon as possible. Yeah, so anyway, have a great week, like and subscribe, and bye!